Discover solutions to issues that affect your family and professional life with practical information to help you get past life's adversities. Take a proactive approach to power up your life with Rosalie's expert resources.
Did you know that more than 1 in 3 adults are at risk of diabetes? The risk of diabetes for African Americans nearly doubles, affecting more than 1 in 6 African American adults. Here in Florida, close to 9% of Floridians have diabetes. Think of diabetes as a family affair and getting screened and staying healthy as a family event. Here to create awareness of the importance of knowing your risk is hip-hop legend Rev Run and Jeanette Jordan, Novo Nordisk certified diabetes educator. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Rev, may I start with you? How did you get involved with diabetes awareness and who touched your heart?
My manager, Mike Lehman's father had diabetes and passed from complications. And then when I was speaking to him, I was like, wow, my father had diabetes also. And he was in touch with Novo Nordisk, and we came up with a plan to put together a campaign called Ask, Screen, Know. And it was right up my alley because knowing that my family history and also being African American and also being over 45, it just added up that I had so many risks. So I went and got screened immediately and found out I don't have diabetes, but it's a chance that I could contact it. So I wanted to make sure everybody that follows me on Twitter and follows my career knows about it, because people go to the doctor, my brother and a couple people like, I got the works. And sometimes the works doesn't include being screened for diabetes. Your doctor might not think you need it, but I just want people to know when you go to the doctor, get screened, find out so you can be ahead of the ball and not just be, reactive, but you can be proactive.
My father touched my heart. He passed away from diabetes, but he mostly focused on my mother, who had a heart condition. And men don't really want to be told to go to the doctor, right?
Right, they don't like to go to the doctor, and I tell them, what you don't confront, you can't heal. So many people just want to hide. I said, if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for your family, do it for your loved ones. You don't want to put them in a predicament where they have to care for you and they're feeling sad and all these emotions that come from the complications from diabetes. So I'm on top of it, I'm healthier, I'm working out, I'm eating better. So, I want to be on top of it. I want everybody that knows about my rap career and everything follows me. I want to be able to be the voice to tell them, you know what, get screened. Go to AskScreenKnow.com.
Jeanette, why do millions of Americans think that diabetes won't affect them?
It is true that diabetes is a growing epidemic in America, and many people kind of think, well, I'm okay. So that's why we're so excited about this national education program by Novo Nordisk that's urging everyone over the age of 45, go and get screened, know your risk factors, go to AskScreenKnow.com, take the risk factor assessment test. Once you know, then if there's something going on, then you can do something about it sooner. After you know your risk, then we're saying, listen, go to your doctor, be screened. As a certified diabetes educator, what I do know is this: if diabetes goes undetected, many complications can occur that really could be avoided.
What are some of the factors that we should look out for aside from obesity?
You're looking at things like family history. If one or more persons in your family have diabetes, your mom, your dad, then what we know is that you're at a higher risk. If you're overweight, if you have high blood pressure, lacking exercise, all these are risk factors. These things increase your risk. So going and knowing your risk is what we're encouraging everyone to do.
Thank you both for joining us this morning to help create awareness of why we should know how important it is to know the risk of diabetes and our family history.
Thank you so much for having us.
According to the National Institute on Health, over 25 million Americans have a rare disease. A rare disease is defined as a disease that affects fewer than 200,000 people, resulting in chronic illness, disability, and often premature death. There's nearly 7,000 rare diseases, and among them is Cushing's disease and acromegaly. Joining us to create awareness of the Highlight Project and how it helps many people transform their lives is Tracy Gigot, Director of Education and Artistry at Kevin Akian Beauty, and Catherine Jonas, psychotherapist at Cedars-Sinai in Los Angeles. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Rose.
So tell us about the Highlight Project and how it helps transform lives.
Sure. The Highlights Project is a great partnership with Novartis and Kevin O'Quan, and really it's part of Novartis' commitment to the overall health and spirit of those suffering with acromegaly and Cushing's disease. One of the things that individuals suffering with both of these diseases find is that there are a lot of physical manifestations of these diseases, and we know that through makeup artistry, as Kevin O'Quan taught us, that we can really work to instill greater confidence and build a self-esteem with individuals by teaching them the tools and tricks that they need with makeup to sort of minimize those physical manifestations and at the same time highlight the things that they really feel good about themselves.
What symptoms affects people with Cushing's or acromegaly?
I'll speak to that, Rose. Both acromegaly and Cushing's disease are caused by tumors. These are benign, non-malignant tumors that grow in the pituitary gland. So in regards to Cushing's disease, we see physical manifestations. Oftentimes, we'll find a roundness, fuller face. We'll find extreme rapid weight gain. Oftentimes we'll find individuals that will have a redness to the face, acne, and these can cause a lot of body image issues, self-esteem issues that we want to really work with these patients on. This is why, again, we're partnering with the Highlights Project to create, inner beauty as well as outer beauty.
But how about the bad feelings we have about our self-image psychologically?
Oftentimes when I see my patients, they really suffer with the psychosocial aspects of these rare diseases. I've had patients in my office not want to go to parties, not want to go to family events. They feel different towards their spouses because perhaps they didn't look the way they looked on their wedding day. Very, very painful issues for them. So one of the things that I really encourage patients to do is take action, be advocates. And again, partnering with the Highlights Project, we find that we can teach them beauty tips and ways to enhance, contour, maybe shadow certain aspects of their beauty. And so it's a wonderful way for patients to really take action.
How long before they experience an increase in self-esteem?
We see it immediately. We were recently working with many patients or individuals at an event in Las Vegas, and it was so just really heartwarming to see that when they looked in the mirror once we were finished with the application and the tutorial, and to watch them to just start to cry because they hadn't seen themselves in this way in a very long time.
Please see highlightsproject.com, and what's wonderful about that website, I really encourage all of your viewers and listeners, is that we will be able to focus on makeup tutorials on that website and educating patients about these symptoms. We'll also talk about the psychosocial aspects of how to kind of combat and cope with some of these aspects of these illnesses, and there's inspirational messages, so please visit us at www.highlightsproject.com.
Thank you, ladies, for helping create awareness of rare diseases and how you help instill confidence and coping skills for those patients who you transform their lives.
Thank you, Rose.
Millions have tuned into the award shows this season to see who wins big. But most of us are watching to get a glimpse of the fashions, hairstyles, and makeups of our favorite stars. If you want a new look to spring into a new season, we have just the resource you need. Joining us today is US Weekly Beauty Director Gwen Flamberge with the inside scoop on beauty tips from what was seen on the red carpet this award season. Good morning, Gwen.
Good morning, Rose Lee.
Share with us the top 2 trends seen on the red carpet this year.
My favorite look was on Lupita Nyong'o, for sure. She wore this beautiful ethereal makeup that just bounced perfectly off of that crazy diamond Fred Leighton headband that she was wearing. And I loved her look because it was shades of peach and gray on the eye, cream blush, and a beautiful sheer lip. You know, it was something that I think any woman can feel like she could pull off on her own, this beautiful, glowy, ethereal makeup. And also for nails, I loved that we saw a ton of nude nail polish. Jennifer Lawrence wore it, Anne Hathaway, even Angelina Jolie. And Jennifer Lawrence's manicurist told me that she achieved that look by mixing two nude polishes together to get a shade that matched Jen's skin tone exactly. So I think any real woman, no matter what her skin color, she can mix polishes together to mimic the look of her skin and get that gorgeous, elegant hand with the nude nail. That was really fun.
What makeup tips did you learn from the makeup artist for the stars?
You know, really, I think that if anything was taught to us this red carpet season, it was that there are no rules. Lupita Nyong'o, all through award season, very often she wore a bold eye and a bold lip. So really, it is traditional thinking. If you play up your eyes, do a real nude lip, or vice versa, if you're wearing a red lip like Kerry Washington did at the Oscars, do more of a basic eye. But you know, you don't have to follow the rules. You can do whatever you'd like to do. You know, the great thing about beauty and red carpet is that beauty is the quickest, easiest, and most affordable way to get a piece of a red carpet look. You know, you could never afford the Gucci gown that Anne Hathaway wore, but you could get her L'Oreal nail polishes that she was wearing. So that's really neat. Now, to celebrate award season, Us Weekly partnered with Birchbox to curate a special red carpet Birchbox kit. But now that award season is over, we've curated the Get the Best of the Red Carpet Look shop on Birchbox.com. And two of the big trends that we're telling people how to do are the sleek, gorgeous, healthy hair that we saw on the red carpet. Think Kate Hudson with those glamorous waves that she wore, just looked really healthy and shiny. And Charlize Theron, who had that gorgeous polished pixie. So to get that look at home, you need a flat iron. And in our Birchbox shop, we've got this Seduce Revolution iron that's going to help seal the cuticle and make your hair glossy and polished. And then to prevent frizz, a styling oil is really key. We've got this great argan oil one by Beauty Protector, and it helps to keep frizz at bay, just give your hair a little bit of polish without it looking overdone. Just log on to Birchbox.com, and you can see our specially curated Best of the Red Carpet Look shop.
If you're feeling like you're out of shape and bored, there's exciting new tech devices to keep you in top form and also make you happy to be at home. From fitness to new computers, monitoring your blood pressure, and even simplifying new healthy cooking ideas. Tech expert and Emmy Award-winning show host Katie Linendoll has put together a list of new tech ideas that really remind us that there's no place like home. Good morning and great to see you, my little Florida buddy.
Hello. Good to talk to you as always.
I love to go to the gym, but my schedule does not allow. It's grueling, and trying to carve out a couple of hours to meet with my personal trainer is impossible. Any ideas?
I totally hear you, and now you can have that personal training session in the comfort of your own home and actually save time. And what's really awesome is, I'm going to hit you up with Xbox One, which of course was a huge hit over holiday season. We'll pair that Xbox One with your New Year's resolution of actually staying toned, because with the Xbox One comes exclusive online service called Xbox Fitness. Now what's awesome about this is you can actually digitally access workouts at every fitness level.
Living on the go means toting all those devices with me from city to city. Any suggestions on how to lessen the load?
In my world as a technology expert, people are always asking me, to your point, what are the latest and greatest and how do I not break the bank and spend thousands of dollars? And I'm kind of giving you a little sneak peek here today because this baby's only been on the market for 2 days. Very cool technology. This is an HP Pavilion X360, and I bet you've never seen a laptop do this. It has a 360-degree hinge, so it's incredibly versatile, great for work or play. You can take it to the gym if you want. Notebook, tablet, tent mode, stand mode, it's got you covered. Just cool for watching YouTube videos or just writing a presentation, but also it has all the features to keep you hooked up. That 11.6-inch diagonal touchscreen, Beats audio inside here, HD webcam, and just around 3 pounds.
To balance all the stress in our life, we need to eat healthy meals, exercise, and monitor our own blood pressure, like my husband does, to prevent the risk of heart disease and stroke.
And heart attack and stroke, I mean, top 3 leading causes in North America for death, and it's a scary thing. And I was actually looking at the statistics and I was blown away by it. 1 in 3 adults actually have high blood pressure and 20% are unaware of the condition. So it's amazing, and it's really smart, as your husband does, monitor his blood pressure at home. But it can be kind of cumbersome and not the best technologies out there until now. eHealth actually has 2 unique blood pressure monitoring units, and these are both wireless technology. This is a little cuff, it's only 0.23 pounds. And again, it wirelessly connects via Bluetooth, so it sends all of your data right to your smartphone. So you can monitor, track, and store, send it to your family members or caregivers or right to your doctor.
Okay, how about some new technology that will help us eat healthier?
This is really neat because it has new smart features that I've never seen before in a microwave. And one thing that's awesome is it has AccuPop. Never heard of this before? Check this out. It listens and senses when your popcorn is perfectly done. Very cool technology. But it also has true convection cooking system. So it's actually going to circulate the air over, around, and underneath your food, so it's going to cook it more efficiently. But we talk about eating healthier. I've never seen a microwave option that actually allows you to steam vegetables. It's got you hooked up there too.
Thanks, Katie, for introducing new home tech options to keep us fit, stress-free, and healthier.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
One of the most dreaded chores of the year is getting all of your bills and receipts totaled up to file your income tax. Did you know Americans left more than $1 billion of unclaimed refunds on the table last year? And for those who are experiencing changes in health care coverage, you'll need to know about the Affordable Care Act and how it will affect your tax return. Joining us this morning with some answers and advice about how to claim what is rightfully yours is senior tax expert at H&R Block, Richard Gartland, whose career experience includes over 27 years of financial management experience. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning, Rosalie.
Richard, tell us about the most overlooked tax breaks and how we could be missing out on a lot of money.
Well, you know, as you mentioned, last year people left over $1 billion on the table by doing their own taxes. The major things we see are people who don't itemize when they should be doing it. Education credits, those can be worth up to $2,500. Child tax credits, another one, $1,000 that people are sometimes failing to take. And there's, for people with low and medium incomes, there's the earned income tax credit. 1 in 5 people who are eligible for it don't take it. That's a lot of money left behind.
With all the health care coverage changes, how will the Affordable Care Act affect our tax return?
Well, the Affordable Care Act has been law now for several years. The big change for 2014 is that most people have to have coverage by March 31st of this year. And if they don't, they're going to face fines which will be collected on their next year's tax return. There's lots of information available to help them through that process. We've got a website called helpth.com, helpth. You can also log in there and get live help by chat or phone.
What are the most common mistakes we make when we file our income taxes on our own?
You know, you mentioned the chore of saving all of those receipts and putting them together. That's probably one of the biggest areas. A lot of people take the standard deduction because it's easier, but itemizing in many instances saves you lots of money on the bottom line. So people need to do that. A tax expert can help you determine whether you should be itemizing or not, and there's lots of reasons to do it.
Explain the benefits of itemizing your taxes to get more bang for your buck on your return.
Sure. Well, you're offered either a standard deduction or itemized deductions. The things that you can itemize are mortgage interest, property taxes, charitable contributions, some work deductions, itemized, unreimbursed business expenses. That's the type of thing that we see in there. For certain people, medical expenses, including your out-of-pocket and your premiums if you're paying those with after-tax dollars. If you add all of these up, you may be way ahead of what the standard deduction offers you. And what you're deducting is getting you from gross income down to taxable income. You want to minimize that taxable number as much as possible.
So how do life changes affect our tax returns?
You know, life changes have major effects on tax changes. I'll just give you a few examples that as you go through life, you may get married, you may get divorced, you may purchase a home, and you're very likely to retire. All of these have major impact on your tax situation, and a tax expert can help you understand how those affect things and get you the best benefit available.
Where can our viewers learn more on how to prepare their tax returns to get the biggest refund back?
2 places I'll give you, hrblock.com, 1-800-HR-BLOCK. We're here to help America get its share of the $1 billion back.
Thank you, Richard, for all your financial advice to help us prevent from leaving another year of $1 billion to the IRS of the taxpayers' hard-earned dollars.
Thanks, Rosalie. It's been a pleasure.
Being a new parent is a life change, and there is so much to prepare for before the new bundle of joy arrives. From diapers and cribs to baby monitors and binkies, there's countless options available for even the most well-researched new parent. Parenting expert and mom of 3, Vera Sweeney, is here to take the guesswork out of the equation for new parents. Good morning, Vera.
How are you today?
There's never enough time in the day for new moms. So what sanity-saving tips can you offer?
We live in such a digital age that I think it's wonderful to also go online and to read customer reviews. There's so much information. There's a wealth of information. You have access to product recalls. And finally, lean hard on brands that you know and trust. For moms like me, Kiko is known for its gear. It's a great popular brand in the gear space. But most moms don't know that it's been a feeding expert for over 50 years. And they've recently created a new line for the U.S., the new Natural Fit Advanced Feeding System. And why is this so great? It's actually a staged feeding system because babies don't eat the same as they do when they're 1 week old compared to when they're 11 months old, let's say, for example. Bottle and nipple actually change as the needs of the baby changes. And I thought that that was so innovative. It's something that we haven't seen yet out there in the baby feeding space.
So what are some must-have items for new parents, regardless of their budget?
You know, I think the first thing that every parent should have is a car seat because we have to bring the baby home. It's important for it to be installed prior to birth as well. You don't want to be worrying about that the day that you're bringing home the baby. You need a place for the baby to sleep. So if your nursery isn't set up, it's always great to have a pack and play or you know, a bassinet or a co-sleeper, whatever it is that you decide to do. I'm a big fan of the swing. I had a swing for all 3 of my children that really helps with naps. Baby detergent, you can't wash your baby's clothes in your regular detergent. You need something that's sort of hypo everything. There's plenty on the market that are custom made for baby clothing. And, you know, a new mom's hearing this and she's probably going, oh my gosh, this is way too much information. I can't handle all of this. Head on into Bye Bye Baby and talk to one of their expert consultants in the registry department. They will literally guide you through everything that you need for bringing home that new baby. They have all these free tools. Their Bye Bye Baby baby book is filled with information, including this registry checklist. It's a great starting point. The consultant will walk you through and help you customize what you need and what you don't need for your checklist depending on your lifestyle. Anything that's on your registry that you need to return, no problem whatsoever, hassle-free. Moms love to hear that. And for moms on the go, they have this amazing mobile-free apps. And one last tip for moms, because a lot of people always focus on those first few months, and I'm always trying to get everyone budget conscious. When you're setting up for your shower, think long term, think 18 months out. We're also concerned with the first 3-4 months, but there's a lot of products that we're going to need a little bit down the line. So think a little bit ahead of time and you'll save yourself time and trouble.
What advice can you offer for parents that have older children and need to integrate that older child with the new sibling?
Well, I have a big age difference between my first and my second and third. There's a 6-year gap between my second and my third child. And what we did with my older children and my youngest is we got them involved from the very beginning using terms like, your baby brother's coming, he can't wait to meet you, we're so excited for you to have a new baby brother. We made it all about them. And they picked out the paint for his room. They picked out the bedding. They loved him from the beginning because we made sure that we formed that relationship before they actually met him. And then when Caleb came into the world, we got them involved in every part of every aspect of his life. So can you handle hand mommy the diaper, come help mommy read the book to Caleb. So everything that we did, we included our older children. And now, you know, he's 11 months now. They are thick as thieves, my 3 children. They are the cutest things. They love one another. They are the best of friends. And it really started from before he even legitimately joined my family. So it was really special to see.
Thank you so much for all your new mom tips and for helping to create that emotional support framework that's so important in preparing for the new child to come home to the family. Millions of Americans need to buy health insurance and beat the clock now. But many of us are still confused about the monetary effects of Obamacare. Did you know there's options to the sticker shock you're finding when shopping for health care? And unlike a gasoline or real estate index, there's no available data to help educate us on how much we need to pay. Joining us this morning is Kerry McLean, here to introduce brand new eHealth price index that shows for the first time the cost of off-exchange health insurance plans and what others are paying for in your area. Good morning, Kerry.
Good morning.
Tell us about what types of plans are offered under the new exchange.
Sure. So the new Affordable Care Act plans are more comprehensive benefits. They're designed to be metal level plans to help people understand if they are choosing a bronze level plan that tends to be a little bit less expensive compared to a platinum level plan. You can find those plans either by shopping on your state exchange or going to a marketplace like eHealth.
What other choices do we have?
So you have a lot of choices. So we've created this great new tool, the Price Index. You can find it at ehealth.com/price index. It allows you to compare the prices in your own neighborhood, in your state, to get an average of what other people are paying. Specifically in Miami, the state average for an individual health insurance plan per month is about $325. But maybe somebody 29 years old can find a bronze level plan for about $177 a month. So it's really important to look at your options, and people are used to seeing what other people are paying for different things like shopping on Amazon.com. So look at your options because the state exchanges are not your only option to buy affordable health insurance.
What are some of the most popular plans in Florida?
The most popular plans are the bronze level plans, and that's because people are concerned about price. They're looking at that price, but they also need to look at what's included in that bronze level plan. What are their total expenses going to be if something major happens? So understanding how that plan works is going to be really critical to making sure you're finding a plan that fits your budget and your needs.
Thanks, Kerry, for helping to educate us on what type of health insurance plans we should explore.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Managing our family's health care includes eating properly, diet, awareness, and commitment to combat anything from diabetes to rare diseases. Protecting our family with health care coverage and new home tech products is a family plan to increase our quality of life. Share with us your plan to monitor your family health risks and implement that plan as a family affair at facebook.com/Rosalie Show or visit us at rosaliearchershow.com. See you soon.